pool and put it into this basket.
Gotcha. So this is a skimmer basket.
Yep.
And then we would just take this out right here.
Yep. Take that out and dump it over the fence.
Dump it over the fence.
They do make skimmer basket with the handle up high, so you don't have to bend over it.
Okay. You want to make sure that.
Yeah, you want that to sit back down in there.
All right, that's just.
And that's an 8-inch. That's an 8-inch Hayward skimmer basket. You got Leslie's has them with a handle that sticks up here.
Okay.
You know, that's up here, so you're not bending all the way down there to get that. If you wanted to get one of them baskets.
Good to know. Okay.
You can play with these eyeballs. See what it's doing. You can mess around with them to get stuff to move more towards your skimmer.
Okay.
That's something you got to play with though during the season. Just mess around, see where you want them.
I tried to get them to kind of circle.
Yeah, you're trying to get.
You try to get everything going in a circle,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Tried to have them point.
So that's something you play around with to try to figure out what works best for you. Over here, inside of here is it actually a dry well pipe.
Okay.
When they built this pool, they hit water. They hit groundwater.
Oh.
So to change this liner ever again, you need to hook onto this pipe that's in here.
Got it.
There's a small hose or something in. I forget what it was, but I know that's the dry well pipe.
And that's to take water out before you.
That's to control groundwater. If you're ever changing this liner, you're pumping this pool out, don't ever pump this pool down because there is groundwater here. It'll come in and screw everything up.
That's what the neighbors said across the street.
Yeah.
I guess that happened. They tried to do it at one point.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, your dry well pipe is under here, so I don't know. Years down the road, you need a liner, and I'm not doing this anymore. I don't know. You need to know that that's where the dry well pipe is.
Okay, that's good to know.
Let me get that brush real quick.
Got it. So all these are called eyeballs. Those white.
Yeah,
pumps?
yeah. You could just twist them, and even then, you could take them all the way out, and they come apart, and you can kind of move them around. They just screw on.
They just screw.
Yeah,
on.
they're very easy to mess with.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that stuff will dissolve. If you want to later on, just brush the pool down.
Okay.
Especially with it right now, the way it's still sitting, where the skimmer's mostly turned off. Brush this stuff down towards that main drain.
Suck it all up.
You're gonna get rid of all this dust. It's gonna go right in that filter, and then backwash and kick it out.
Got it.
Get
Okay.
rid of it. 'Cause, yeah, I don't do weekly service, and we don't do vacuumings when we open pools because no pool guy really does. There's not enough time in the day to do them.
Yeah.
But yeah, later on brush it. Right now, you want to just brush everything down to here.
Okay.
See if it needs to be backwashed, and backwash it out.
And we'll know by the backwash based off the pressure. So if it jumps up to
be up to
another
20.
10.
Yep, 20 could be 20, 25. You know, who knows what it's going to go up to. In here is your timer,
Okay.
and I don't know if there's pins here to set the timer.
Oh. Let me see. There's a light in here. Yeah, that light's not very helpful. It's just, there's a light. It's just not lighting up.
Yeah, I don't remember there ever being pins here. I think she just turned it on and off.
Yeah, I think that's what the inspector was saying, was that it seemed like she did something on a daily basis. So what exactly does that control?
This timer might be broken, actually. No, maybe not. You can set pins on here. You know, on and off, what time you want it to come on and off. I think this timer is working. Let's see. Wybot, W-Y-B-O-T is the pool cleaner we bought.
WYBOT.
Yeah, Wybot.
Okay, awesome.
He got it off the internet. It was like $500 and he loves it.
And he doesn't have to manually brush it or
You don't do
skim
nothing.
it.
Throw it in there. You don't even need the filter on.
Oh,
You
really?
just throw it in the pool, plug it into the outlet over there. Works off low voltage. Got a little, plug it in the outlet, throw it in the pool, runs around and cleans everything up for you.
Oh, awesome.
Definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to do on a daily basis. I got a lot of work travel, and my wife's got travel, so
Yeah.
want to make sure it's covered while we're
Worthy
not here.
investment.
Yeah, the gear's turning back there. It works. Just don't know where the pins are. I don't think she ever had them now. You can run over. Home Depot's got them, I'm pretty sure. It's for Intermatic.
Intermatic? Okay.
Yeah, here's your model. T103 Intermatic timer.
Okay.
You just need the on-off pins.
Gotcha.
You can probably order them online and have them tonight or tomorrow, probably.
And then once you have them, you just set the time you want.
Yeah.
And that's
Yep.
for the pump?
And that'll control your pump. Yeah, so you don't have to come out and turn it on and off.
Got it. So pump should not be running 24/7 then.
Some people do.
Some people keep it running?
Yeah, but you don't have to. A pool like this, depending on your bather load, you know, you got. If there's a lot of kids in there peeing, you want to run it more.
Yeah,
A lot of adults in there,
gotcha.
drink. You guys are all drinking. Everybody's peeing in the pool.
Yeah.
You want to run the pump.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When it's really hot out, I mean, right now you can run this pump. The pool's a nice size. It's not over. You know, it's not huge. Right now you can run this probably six hours a day.
Got it.
Once it gets hot and everybody starts using it, go 8 to 10 hours a day.
8 to 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no need to go 12 or 24. Some people do it; they don't care. But price of energy is going up 20%
Save
next
yourself
month, so
money.
I know,
yeah, you're
it's
not going to
crazy.
want to run it that much. But yeah, with this clock, to set, everybody thinks this thing that says time. Everybody thinks they turn that pin to the time that it is. If you turn that pin, you break the clock.
Okay.
To set the time on this, you pull the face out and you turn it, so that the time is at the bottom of that where it says time.
Gotcha.
So, which I believe is pretty damn close.
And I'll Google it, but the pins are basically an on pin and an off pin.
Yeah, there's a white, it's like a silver and a gold, or a green and a red, or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll YouTube University the
The
process.
clock's working, and the clock's pretty much set to the right time, 2:25. So you really just need to put your pins on, get your pins and stick them on there. But like I say, if say we lose power,
Yeah.
so now the timer goes off and it comes back on. Now your time's off.
Got
so
it.
you got to reset the timer. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good call.
Pull the
out.
face out and turn the face to the right time, where time is pointing at the bottom of this pin.
So the bottom of the pin should always be the current time.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. And if power goes out, we're gonna have to reset.
You gotta
that
reset
every
your
time.
clock.
All
Yep.
right, that's a real. I would have never thought of that.
But yeah, and everybody does it. They think they turn that. Oh, I got to turn that to the right time, and you break your clock.
Okay, pull the face out,
Pull the face out, spin it.
and that controls.
Do not. This is a good one.
Okay.
Do not touch them wires.
Okay.
If your finger hits those bolts in there, you're gonna get a nice jolt.
Okay.
Um,
Good to know.
They used to have a plastic cover on it, but they all dry rot and fall off.
Okay.
So, and here's another way you can turn it off right there too. But that gets dangerous, because if you touch,
One of the
stick
bolts.
your finger in there, you're gonna get zapped.
Got it.
So that's why it's better off when you may want to, when you set your timer, when you put your pins on, turn that power off to that. Not sure which one it is, but one of these controls that. That one.
Okay.
Shut that one off. That way you got no power here when you put them pins on, so you don't touch that by mistake.
Gotcha.
I've done it a million times. It'll wake you up.
Yeah. No, I could avoid that if possible.
Yeah, it'll wake you up real quick.
Okay. That's really helpful. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're learning on the fly.
Big thing, I saw you had a dog. If you ever throw your dog in here, your dog likes to swim, don't let him go near the wall, because his claws will go straight to the liner. You know how
Got it.
dogs doggy paddle and all that? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an easy way to go ruin
That's-
your life.
He's terrified of water, so.
Yeah, but people, throw the dog in the pool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no. The first thing he would do is try his claws
Guys
way
go
out.
straight to the-
You know
yeah.
what they do? They go for the returns where the water's coming out, and they start to go like this at the water, and they shred the liner. I had a lady. I put 3 liners in her pool in one summer.
Get out of
She
here.
had a
Really.
golden lab, beautiful dog.